Welcome everyone back to my channel. We got quite a few things to unravel this time, and without further ado, let's begin. Eliminate obstacles. Mission accepted.
I've got these gold fingers!
And just like I mentioned before, we have quite a few things to unravel this time. And first things first, I'm going to start with this airbrush that I use for airbrushing Gundam Aerial Custom colors, which I love the results, by the way. It's a Gaahleri Airbrush GHD39, and I'll test it on camera for a bit so you can see how it performs. It's a Gaahleri, once again, a dance line Airbrush GHD39, which comes with two needles, a 0.35mm and a 0.5mm for this dual action airbrush. Now let's proceed with the opening of the box to find its content. Inside we find a diagram with a customer letter explaining the testing process and possibly paint testing residue. There's also a quick start guide that shows you how to practice spraying, how to switch colors, and what not to do with the airbrush. Its content includes something that my previous airbrushes didn't have, a set of O-rings, and that along with the lube, it's a nice thing to have always. Here's the 0.5mm needle with its nozzle, 1/4 cup ounce gravity fluid cup, and a 1/2 ounce as well, both in a nicely chromed finish. It's important to mention that what makes this airbrush different from what I previously had is quick self-centering dropping nozzle structure, making it much easier to clean and less clogging. Two important things I do when inspecting a new airbrush. 1. Check the needle for damages coming from manufacturer, and 2. Never pull or insert the needle from behind because it can damage the tip of the needle and give you issues when airbrushing. It's crucial to adjust the needle and the nozzle to prevent paint from flowing backwards in case there's a gap between them. Make sure not to push too hard the needle towards the nozzle up front. Simply a gentle push will do. And remember what I mentioned about the customer letter, that there could be paint testing residue on the airbrush, and for that same reason I prefer to inspect them and clean them just in case. It doesn't hurt and it doesn't take long to be cautious. The diagram inside the box shows you all the internal parts and how they go back in the same order. Very useful for when you need to do a deep clean. But for now, I'll skip that part and make a separate video for it next time. Also very important, do not forget to wear a respirator. Protect your health at all costs. I will be using first thinner and flow improver. 3 drops are more than enough, then add your primer, and in this case I'm using Vallejo white primer without any further thinning for one reason only: I want to put it through the test. Vallejo is known for being a very complicated primer to use. And notice how there's some spatter coming out of the airbrush, mainly because, like I mentioned before, I didn't thin it any further. But the good thing is that it didn't clog the airbrush at all during the whole test. And just so you know, I'm using also the 0.35mm needle. Based on what I just saw while airbrushing with the GHD39, it comes out as a reliable beginner level airbrush. It cannot be compared to the level of an Iwata, but it gets the job done without any clogging, and that's really important. Using flow improver prior adding the primer prevents also the airbrush from clogging or having a dry tip. It works great for Vallejo acrylics and in a way works as a retarder, allowing spatter to level up on the surface. My end result, it gets an 8 out of 10, but when using lacquers, I'll give a 9 out of 10.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Your support is kindly appreciated. Now, we are going to continue with one thing that is very important once panel lining is completed, and that's water decals or decals. Very crucial for the final look of your model kits. And for that, we require a few things. First, we need the decals, of course, and I love these fluorescent types. Second, we need Mr. Mark Setter. And to me, this is the most important item because it sets the decal onto the plastic. Now, there are more items which I'll explain next. Fluorescent decals can provide an extra wow factor. You might want to consider these types. Second, of course, you need your plastic painted parts. Third, a small metal tray for mixing paints, which can have many uses. Fourth, Mr. Mark Setter to secure decals on the plastic, working as a glue factor. And fifth is Mr. Mark Softer to soften the edges of the decals. Extra tools to use. We have tweezers and hobby knife, different sizes of cotton swabs. These are very useful for cleaning excess of setter and softer, but those are the essentials. But one more to mention are these Finish Master extra fine brushes. If you don't have them, it's okay, but can be very helpful sometimes. Consider them. We then proceed to cut the decals into small pieces, exactly the print that you need. And the reason to do so that way is just so you don't have to lose the pieces that you cut, because sometimes they are too small, and trust me, they can go into the void very easy. Water preparation, very important. Use warm water, not hot nor cold, because all you need are 3 seconds. That's to avoid losing the glue that comes with the decal. Now, from here on in the video, pay close attention to what's about to happen. It's going to be mostly visual, so just enjoy the show. Here we go.
Standing in a place where dreaming is a crime, staring into space, there's nowhere left to hide. Feeling your embrace, just trying to survive. But I know we'll find the light on the other side. Standing in a place where dreaming is a crime, staring into space, there's nowhere left to hide. Feeling your embrace, just trying to survive. But I know we'll find the light. It's hidden for a reason, like an ancient novel, up in all its seasons. It's what we're chasing, love. They might send a legion to try and break us, but if we keep on believing, I know we'll find the light. It's hidden for a reason, like an ancient novel, up in all its seasons. It's what we're chasing, love. They might send a legion to try and break us, but if we keep on believing, I know we'll find the light on the other side.
for now, the only items I am not going to be talking about are the panel liners. That's going to be a topic for a different video. And now we make a full circle back to the start of the video. I use the Gaahleri GHAD39 to airbrush, and these are the paints I use. Number 1, Surfacer Evo Gold Metal from Gaahleri, my go-to paint for inner frames and weapons. Number 2, Surfacer 1500 Black from Mr. Hobby, thin ratio 1 to 1.5. Use the magnet to prime onto the blacks, reds, and gold areas. Number 3, Surfacer 1500 White, Mr. Hobby, also thin ratio 1 to 1.5. This one is quite simple. It's under the whites and all the gray shades to add color separation. And number 4, my own creation. This color I made it using mica powder with clear top coat gloss. Turned out to be a nice moss green with a golden look, which I use it for these fairing parts. Number 5, Mr. Color GX100 Gloss, super clear 3 top coat. Use it on all the external armor parts to seal decals, but not on all. For the inner frame exposed parts, I use Hobby Mio Semi-Gloss number 11, and this was number 6. And number 7, Gaahleri 110 Gloss Fluorescent Clear. Use it for all clear plastics. Number 8, another fluorescent in red gloss 103. And number 9, Fluorescent Blue 101 Gloss. That I use on armor parts and top coated all with item number 5. Item number 10, Alcla Gold Titanium ALC 118, and you can see all the golden parts. Number 11, Nazca Color NC003, Flame Red by Gaahleri Nazca NC008, Neutral White was item number 12, and 13, Gaahleri Gloss Neutral Gray 4, and the second FG04, Armor Gray from Frame Arms Girl. The last 2 were to add color separation for all the neutral whites. Number 14, Finishers Pure Black, the one color that pops the most. And lastly, thank you all for watching till the end, and I'll end this video the same way I always do. I eliminate all obstacles. Mission complete. Good night. Nice. I am just here looking, not getting anything. Look at all these kids. Such a nice place, but just before I change my mind, I am out of here, and I am not bringing anything with me. Nope, not this time.